Hey you guys, what's going on? It's Klaus and thank you for tuning in to today's episode. We're going to be covering the base build of my Town Hall 8 base. You guys have been requesting, you guys have been asking, and I'm going to deliver, okay? So this is my Town Hall 8 base, and it actually defends very well. As you can see, I'm in the Master League, and it does get 3-star by upper Town Hall levels. That is always going to be the case, but against Town Hall 8s, it defends surprisingly well, guys. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to wipe out the entire base. Let's remove all, and you and I are going to build it together. This is not a speed build where, you play some poppy music and you get to, build it, you have to pause it over and over again. I don't like speed builds. I used to, but I don't anymore. I like explaining how the base works and also talking my way through building it. So guys, if you want to build my Town Hall 8 base, get ready because we're going to get this thing going. So let's go and start out in the very middle. You guys know the center marker of the base. The entire map is 44 by 44 blocks. That means that there's no center block, but there is a center intersection, and this little marker shows that center. So we're going to put our Dark Elixir in the very middle. This is an excellent Dark Elixir protection base, and I think it works very, very well. I'm not entirely sure if the Dark Elixir is the top corners on that marker or if it's in the middle, but we're going to put the top corner of the Dark Elixir storage on that marker. Now, right above it, we're going to put in the clan castle, because if you got clan castle troops, you definitely want to make sure that they're in a good position to where they can defend an unexpected attacker. They cannot lure your clan castle with this base, as far as I'm aware of. Anyway, so the next thing is, as we continue building the core of our base, is we're going to put a whole bunch of archer towers, because archer towers are the best overall defending base, or a defending defense for things like dragons and balloons and stuff, but also for the king and the queen. If you get attacked by Town Hall 9, the archer tower is definitely an excellent and amazing defense to put in. So we're going to put in 4 of these, and we're actually going to offset them by 1 space. So we're going to grab this guy, we're going to knock him over up 1, we're going to knock this guy up 1 as well. And then right below the Dark Elixir storage, we're going to put in the Town Hall corner to corner, just like so. And once you do that, guys, we're going to start building our walls. The first pieces of walls, this is going to be the center, the center compartment here. And we're going to go all the way out to here. I believe that is where we want to be. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go all the way over to here. And the way you can tell that you're right is if you extend it, it's going to go right past the archer towers. But we don't want to go that far. We actually want to go, we only want to go over 2 clicks. So you've got 3 walls that are going up kind of to the left, and we'll go up 1, and then we'll go over to the corner. So you got a 1 blank, you got like a 1 tile space in between your arch tower and your clan castle and your walls. And then we're going to do the exact same thing the other direction. So we'll go all the way over. And this is going to be kind of tricky telling how many walls we're going to go over. So we're going to go back to the bottom, and we're going to go over all the way to the same tile, to where if you go all the way over, it is just right next to that arch tower. But we're only going to go over 2 again, right? Yeah, I've got my reference map right here. So we go over 2, 1 up, and there is your center compartment. Now, that's not everything that goes in the compartment. There's a lot of key things that goes on in this compartment. The first thing I want to mention are the Teslas, guys. You got 3 Teslas, so we're going to throw them in it doesn't really matter exactly where they are. I mean, I would recommend, because most people are right-handed, you might want to put both of them on the right-hand side, but it's also good to throw people off, so we put the second one on the left-hand side. Also, I'm going to put in my skeleton traps, guys. My skeleton traps are very important to put in here, because if you do get a king or, like a P.E.K.K.A. or some tanky troop, and they kind of make their way into the base, you definitely want to keep them nice and distracted. So, guys, I'm going to put those kind of directly 1 click away from the Dark Elixir storage there. And then the last thing that's in this compartment is a Seeking Your Mind. We'll just go ahead and put it right up there next to that clan castle. That's just in case you get, someone's kind of trying to come in from the back end and take you out with some sort of air attack. You get the Seeking Your Mind to help you out. Now we're going to start building the rest. And the rest is kind of the key to the whole base. I mean, the fact that this center compartment is the way it's designed, it works very well. But what is next, guys? What is next? Let's start at the bottom. And I'm just going to kind of build by reference. That means that I'm going to put every building on my map tile by tile, okay? And I'll explain why things are in certain places. There's no magical formula for every building, but there is definitely some magical formula for some of the buildings. And these trash buildings on the inside can be replaced by any building. So instead of putting the elixir storage down, you could put the gold storage down there. That's up to you. And then a gold mine right next to it. And notice, okay, so this is corner to corner with the walls. This one's one tile away from the walls. It's also 2 spaces away from the elixir storage. The next is going to be a builder's hut. Now, I do have 5 builder's huts. If you have less than 5, you might have a harder time making the base work out perfectly, but at the same time, I don't think you're gonna have a problem because I've seen a lot of Town Hall 8s with this base design. We're gonna put the builder's hut, and then we're gonna put the gold storage. It is up next to the wall so that it is within the range of all these defenses here. And then that'll do it for that direction. Let's turn around and go back the other way. Another gold mine, 2 away from the elixir storage, 1 away from the wall, and then another builder's hut. So where did I put my builder's huts? There's our builder's hut, and it's going to be 2 clicks away from that gold mine, and again 1 click away from the wall, and then another gold storage, and that's 1 click away from the builder's hut and right next to the wall. Now there's other walls that are in this base design, so we're going to go ahead and put those in now. We're going to use the gold storage as a reference for how to start it, and the walls kind of hook around the gold storage. So we're going to put a wall right off the corner, right off the left corner of the gold storage, and then we're going to go down all the way until it intersects with the first tile in the builder's hut, okay? And then we're going to start, just kind of follow my lead, guys. 1 click to the right, 1 click to the left, 1 click to the right, 2 clicks to the left, and then 2, 4 to the right. All right, so that I know it's an interesting base, it's an interesting design, but it's good because it really deters things and keeps them away from your storages. And then we're gonna put one wall right. Just gonna make sure I'm in the right spot right there, and that's gonna fill in that blank space so there's no spawning on that side. And then we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. At least I think it's the exact same. We're gonna start on the first tile, the builder's hut, go all the way up to the gold storage, and we're gonna wrap around the corner of the gold storage. So that's 1 up to the left, 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and we're gonna go 2 to the right, and then 2 to the left, and then another 2 to the left. And then finally, we'll put a wall right there. So that is the walls for the inside compartment, guys. I like how it looks. It's got this really interesting look to it that I really like a lot. All right, so let's continue with the buildings up next to the core. We have all the other storage. We got the elixir storage, so we'll put this one kind of, you know, obviously right next to the wall, but also a click away from this wall barrier here. And what's next after that? Dark elixir drill, of course. We need to keep those babies nice and protected. So we'll put that one click away from the wall, 2 away from the elixir storage, and then where's that gold storage? There's the gold storage. It's going to be corner to corner with the wall there. We'll put the other dark elixir drill right here, 1 away from both. And then the last elixir storage here. It's going to be against the wall and 2 away from the dark elixir drill, which will also put you 2 away from the individual wall there. So this is the center compartment, guys. There's a few traps in here. And of course, if I do miss any traps in the middle of the building, I will put them in at the end. No, not the spring trap. We're going to put a few just standard little bombs. I've seen a lot of little archer raids get completely demolished by these bombs right here. So we'll put 4 bombs up on the top corner by the gold storage. We're also going to fill in some traps on the bottom side. So where is an air bomb? We'll put an air bomb right there next to that gold storage. We're also going to put some giant bombs, a bunch of giant bombs. These giant bombs are absolutely clutch, guys. Probably the most important trap placement in the entire base. Giant bomb next to the between the hut and the gold mine. We're gonna put another giant bomb between the gold mine and the elixir storage. We'll put a seeking air mine actually right there next to that town hall between the giant bomb and the town hall. We're gonna put a couple of bombs in between. Where'd the bombs go, guys? There's the bombs. All right, put a couple of bombs in between the elixir storage and the gold mine. We're gonna put a giant bomb in between the gold mine and the builder's hut. And that's actually all the bombs, guys. So we already put all the bombs down on the base, and that does the entire inside compartment right there. Okay, so here's what we got going on so far. We have the center core with some defenses. We have a trash ring around the center core. Now what we need to build is the defensive ring around the trash ring. The defensive ring is going to lead giants around the base while they get shot down and taken out by a bunch of traps. So let's start with where we started earlier. Get rid of that spring traps. It keeps trying to sneak up on us. All right, so using this elixir storage as a reference, we're going to start building this base. We're going to put in the wizard tower. We're going to go 1 click down and 1 click over from the elixir storage. Then we're going to put in a bomb tower. The bomb tower is the only bomb tower for Town Hall 8. It needs to be basically riding kind of... Actually, wait a second. Yeah, that'll work right there. Okay, so the bomb tower and the wizard tower kind of right next to each other. Very dangerous, but a lot of people attack from the south, and so putting them right next to each other is actually a great, excellent combination to do. Now let's go to the left. I guess I'm feeling going to the left. After that, we're going to put a cannon. That one's actually riding next to it as well. Let's go down 1. So it's sharing a, actually we got to go up 1. You don't want any of those spawn holes, guys. Those spawn holes will ruin you, so we'll put the cannon in there. And then let's start just putting in defenses along the line. We're going to go over 2 and down 2. And it looks like we have a spawn circle that I didn't expect to run into. And I'm trying to determine, oh, okay. Yeah, you only go down 1. Okay, so 1 tile away from the gold mine, 2 tiles away from the cannon. There you go. All right, two tiles away from that, and 1 tile away from the wall is the air defense, followed by the cannon. We're going to actually put the cannon right there, and I feel like I am off just a little bit, guys. So let me make sure I'm doing it all right here. The wizard tower is actually supposed to be 1 click over. My apologies, guys. That would have thrown everything off from now until morning. So we'll go and adjust it now before we mess everything up. Just like so. Okay, there we go. So I apologize, guys. The wizard tower is next to good protection for that elixir storage, bomb tower and cannon all kind of mixed together. Then we got 2 spaces between all of these defenses, and then the cannon kind of in that first corner of that wall compartment. And then we'll put a wizard tower. It's going to be in line with the corner and 1 up from the corner of this wall compartment there. And then we'll put in a mortar, and that mortar will be 2 clicks away from the wizard tower and 2 clicks away from the elixir storage. Guys, you want to also keep in mind that there will be defenses, or like traps in between all these defenses. We'll be doing that here in a moment. So after the mortar, we'll put in a cannon. That's going to be 2 clicks away from the cannon, 1 click away from the dark elixir drill. Next, we'll put in another air defense, and of course, you've noticed all the air defenses are nice and separate. The air defense is going to be bordering right next to the gold storage, and then right next to the air defense is going to be the sweeper. And I've got the sweeper pointing south right now. If you find that another direction works better for you, then go for it. Put it in. Next thing we're going to do is a cannon. The cannon actually is 2 clicks away from the sweeper, 1 click away from the dark elixir drill. Then 2 away from that is the mortar, and then 2 away from that and 1 down is going to be the wizard tower, followed by the archer tower coming in that first corner of the wall. Notice the first corner from the bottom, that's where that archer tower is. And then continuing down the line, guys, we've got our air defense. It's going to be 1 click away from the wall and 2 clicks away from the archer tower. And then the mortar, 2 clicks away from the air defense. And then a cannon right in between. Actually, let's go ahead and put that cannon 2 clicks away from the mortar as well. And if you notice, guys, we have no more defenses. We do have traps, but we have put down all the defenses on the base. And right now, as you can see, they're in a beautifully, nicely compact ring around the core, but outside of the trash ring. And again, that's going to distract all of the defensive targeting troops like giants, like hogs, like golems. Everything is going to just kind of follow the ring, and as long as they, as long as they follow that path, which they almost always do, the attacker's going to have a hard time. So there's your defensive ring, guys. Barbarian King is trying to sneak in, but I'm not ready for him. Now let's put in a few of the traps, guys. So between this air defense and the mortar, we're going to put put in a spring trap, and it needs to be in the center of this air defense here. Next thing, we're going to go up and we're going to put another spring trap next to this mortar on the bottom tile. There's 3 tiles in the mortar. Make sure that's in the bottom. We're going to put another spring trap in the middle of the cannon right next to that mortar. We're going to put an air bomb right between this this air defense and the sweeper. That's just to defend against a massive balloons or something of that nature. We're going to put a spring trap in the middle between the mortar and that cannon there. We're going to put another air bomb right next to this wizard tower. We're going to put a spring trap over here next to this air defense in the middle. And we're going to put another spring trap right here by this cannon, between the cannon and the mortar. And then finally, the last air bomb is actually going to go down here on the south. So we're going to work on the trash ring and the external wall now. So I think the best way to continue this is we're going to put this bottom corner of buildings down, and then we're going to build our walls. So bear with me here as we build the rest. We got another builder's hut, and the builder's hut is chilling next to the wizard tower there. We've got an air bomb chilling next to the builder's hut, and then we have the army camp. Now, just like my Town Hall 9 base build that I did, or Town Hall 10 base build that I just did, the army camps are in the corner, and the army camp's going to be in every corner. So that's a telling way of figuring out where exactly your walls are going to be. Let's go ahead and do the other corners. That way we can build the walls with certainty, make sure everything's lined up correctly. So the dark barracks is going to be right next to the archer tower, and then the army camp is going to be 1 click into hanging out that dark barracks. So it's not corner to corner like this. It's going to be 1 click over. That should line up everything just fine there. So if we come up to the northern corner, we're going to put in 1 wall, and it's going to fit in the middle right there by that air defense. And then off, not corner to corner with that wall, but 1 click up is where that army camp goes there. And just double checking. Yep, everything looks good. And then if we go over to the left side, we're going to put in another builder's hut. It's going to be lined up with the bottom of this cannon here. And then we're going to put in the army camp, not corner to corner with the builder's hut, but 1 click down from that builder's hut. So let's make sure everything is lined up before we continue. I'm going to put my wall in on the bottom here, and like right up next to that army camp, and I'm going to ride it all the way up and make sure everything lines up. That worked out good. Awesome. Let's go up to this side here. Everything lined up good there, off to the corner. Remember, guys, these walls are right next to these army camps, not 1 space away or 2 spaces away. And there you go, guys. We have our square. It's looking good, guys. And we have used all of our builders. So all of our walls. We've used all of our walls so far. So now let's fill in the trash ring. And the trash ring doesn't have any magical formula to it. If you want to put in certain buildings in certain places, you're more than welcome to. The trick to the base is the ring of defenses around the core with the trash ring in the middle before the center compartment. That's the magical equation. So if you want to put different buildings in there, you're more than welcome to. But I'm going to follow mine exactly the way I had it before. So let's start at the bottom, and let's put in the barrack, and that's going to fit in right there. I'm going to put it up against the wall here. And then next thing is another barrack. It's going to be 2 spaces away from the first barrack. And then we're going to put in a gold mine. It's going to be 2 spaces away. All these seem to be 2 spaces away up to the corner. So another gold mine. And then let's put in an elixir collector right in the middle. So 1 space is away from everything. And that fills in all the spaces. There's no spawn circles in the bottom left-hand side. Now we're going to put some stuff in the bottom or the top left-hand side. We're going to put the Barbarian King right here. And notice if we put it 1 space on the wall, we have a spawn spot. So we're actually going to click him and bring him a little closer to the core. And there you go. There's no spawn spot there. I moved a wall on accident. There we go. And next is the Spell Factory. We're going to put it 2 clicks away from the Barbarian Altar. And it's actually corner to corner with the mortar. Let's put in the Dark Barracks right here. And again, it doesn't matter which ones you put where. They're all 3x3 trash buildings, so it doesn't matter where they are. Elixir collector there, and then we'll put a barracks right in that spawn square. So that one's looking good. Everything looks like it's well in line. Now let's put in the builder's hut, and this one's location is tricky. We're gonna do 2 away from the outside wall, 2 away from the individual wall, and 1 away from the army camp. That way everything is nice and filled in. We're gonna put an elixir collector right up next to the wall, 1 away from the builder's hut. Now let's put the dark spell factory 2 away from the elixir collector. Let's put a gold mine 2 away from the dark spell factory, and then let's put in the wonderful laboratory, and that one's gonna fill in the gaps there, 2 away from both the army camp and the gold mine, and that actually completes our quit moving walls, buddy. All right, that's gonna fill in all the spawn spots in the top right hand side of the base. Now let's fill in the bottom right, and this should finish off the entire base. Let's put in the elixir collector 1 space away from everything, the wall, the army camp, the archer tower, and the dark barracks. We're gonna put in an elixir collector right up next to the wall, and not corner to corner with the army camp or the air defense, but 1 in, so that'll work there. And then 2 away from that one, we'll put another one, and then 2 away from that one, we'll put the gold mine. And then finally, the last building is going to be this barracks, 2 away from the army camp and 2 away from the gold mine, guys. And that actually finishes up our base build. That was actually pretty smooth. No mistakes besides the little wizard tower mistake at the beginning. But everything looks like it went very, very smoothly, guys. You can actually let's go into photo mode right here so we can see everything nicely. Anyway, guys, so that is the base. This is the Town Hall 8 base that I've been using. It works very, very well. The defense ring around there keeps everything very distracted. All the traps down here really defends that Town Hall and the Dark Elixir very well. Trap locations in between the defenses sends hogs flying, and it's just an awesome base design, guys. So anyway, guys, that is going to be it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the base build and understanding the logic behind the base build. I hope that you use it and then it works for you. Let me know in the comments if it does. Like this video if you liked it, and as always, subscribe if you have not quite joined the Klaus family. And as always, guys, I will see you guys again next time.